Alright, I'm going to take a quick video of how to seal your exchange boxes or your supply return plenums with Mastic duct sealant. This stuff right here you can get from Lowe's or Home Depot. I got this from Lowe's. I think it was $9 or $10 a half gallon, and I grabbed 2 of these. Originally, the first stuff, those army green, almost tan stripes that you see there, was Mastic that I got from Home Depot. I think it was $8 or $10, but I wanted to try this stuff, see if I liked it better. But long story short, here is a before sealing a ducting that goes into an exchange box, and then here's an after. Just looks like oatmeal almost, but you just want to seal basically any cracks that you see, like you'll see right here. You definitely want to get some Mastic down in that. I can feel, in fact, I can't peel it back to show y'all, but this is where the collar connects. I can feel a little bit of air coming out of that. Yeah, and you may think that, okay, so a little bit of air seeping out of here, but when you've got 360 degrees of air seepage on, just on this exchange box, we've got 1, 2, 3 flex ducts that go to vents, registers in your ceiling. So I mean, there's 3 right there, and then we've got 1 more right there, 1 more back over there, and about 2 more boxes back over there. So each one has about 3 connections off of your exchange boxes. So gosh, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 leaks, massive leaks, which right now it's still leaking into the attic because it feels relatively cool. But anyways, you want to get this sealed, and also I'll take a quick video of how to, it's the same thing, you just paint it on here. But one big thing I notice is you see where the collar connection is coming out of the supply plenum there. It's all messed up. I don't even know how Mercedes gets away with building a home. But long story short, I'm going to show you how to fix that. And of course, you can see where I've patched it with just putting a little bit of Mastic on there. Okay. Anyways, back to the Mastic. Real quick and dirty. You just take. It doesn't have to be pretty. You want to get as much as you can. And one tip that I found on the web says that you want it nickel thick when you apply it. I mean, given the half gallon's only about $10, and this stuff is pretty thick, and of course I'll probably never use it again. I mean, I'm pretty liberal with it. Some people said you could use a trowel, but I found that the paintbrush is a little bit easier, especially when coming down and getting in little cracks like that. And one thing you'll notice on these exchange boxes where they're taped, just go ahead and definitely go over that with some Mastic. A good rule of thumb is try to get enough on there to where you don't see the lettering on the paint. Or, I'm sorry, the lettering on the tape or the box. And that way you've got enough to seal any cracks. Same thing down here. You kind of see where you've got some gaps in there. Okay, that is a really quick, pardon me, I'm trying not to fall through my ceiling here. That is a really quick example of how you apply mastic. Of course I'll crawl under and do the other side, but wanted to show everybody what it's like. It's not very difficult. Like, in fact, there's a little bitty right under there that I'll get real quick. And this mastic is really thick, like peanut butter. So I mean, you can stick it up in upside down, and it'll pretty much stick. And of course, you definitely want to get the underside of the return box. Okay, next thing I'll show is, repairing that. I'm going to wrap it with insulation, put some more mastic on it, tape, and then mastic again, and that should be good. But that's it. One thing you also want to wear when you're up here is a respirator. I think the model number on the filters is a P100 or P100, basically attic particle or fiberglass particles, dust, stuff like that, some mold. But I've got my mask off now so I can talk through the video. Okay, see you in a minute. Alright guys, I just really took a look at this, and this is horrible. I've got to call Air Now back out, because I think what has happened, and I'll have to ask them, I think the guy just, not the owner, but the tech that came out to install it was probably just in a hurry, and I don't blame him. It was probably about 140, 150 degrees up here when he was installing this. But they put in a new condenser, which was way thicker, wider than my old one. So it pushed this supply plenum out, which really put this in a stretch. Where this used to sit probably, closer to over here, and had plenty of room to pull down and cover. Now it's barely on there, because you can even see that the I forget the official names for these, but they're just huge zip ties, like 4 feet long zip ties. It's not even around the metal collar. Boy, that really sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call him. I don't even know if it's worth patching this, because I may put some tape on that. Usually you want to get foil tape, which is this stuff right here. This crap stinks. I recommend a 3M, which has a gosh, I forget what it's called. Basically a backing on it that you peel off when you're ready to stick it. This is just like duct tape. It's the only thing Home Depot or Lowe's had, of course, naturally. They wouldn't carry anything 3M. But I'm going to take this and stick it over this hole, because that is definitely where a large amount of air will, you know, come out. See this sleeve, the shiny stuff that you see is insulation, radiant barrier basically. The outside is shiny to reflect UV and heat. The inside just has, I can't get up in there, but you should see some little bit of pink stuff. That's insulation, which of course goes around this plastic sheathing, which is what actually carries your air into your house. And this right here, you should never see these metal rings because it should look like this. Of course you see where I put mastic around this one, but it should come all the way to the bottom, and then you zip tie it or tape it. Anyways, I'm going to tape that up, call it a day, and come back out here probably tomorrow before insulation comes out and installs. I'm going to give Aaron now a call and have them come out and fix this, do this right. Alright, bye guys.